This is Bill's home, and it's a very inviting town. It's a very inviting community. It was always Bill's. Bill introduced it to us, and now it's our home. It's our family home now, and I love it here.
Yeah, for me, it was Penn State was sort of preordained because this is my hometown. I was born and raised here. Born in Bellefonte. We had no hospital when I was born here, Mike. You had to go to Bellefonte to have babies. No state stores in State College when I was born. So I used to say you go to Bellefonte for the 3 B's: Bellefonte, booze, and babies. So I'm a townie, born and raised here. My father was on the faculty here. My mother studied for advanced degrees here in modern languages. My parents both got their undergraduates here. They came here as freshmen in 1940. So I was really born with this place in my bloodstream. I grew up on a street called Waring Avenue, on the outskirts of town at the time, and about 4 houses away from a guy who was a football coach here named Jim O'Hora. And in Jim's basement, in a little lockout apartment that many homes in State College have, you know, to rent to graduate students and people like that, was another guy from Brooklyn, New York, named Joe Paterno. He lived in the O'Hora's basement for, I think, 10 or 11 years. So when I was a little kid, you know, playing sandlot football in the spare lot next to my best friend Dave's house, Coach Paterno, who was just this guy we knew as an assistant football coach who lived in Jim O'Hora's basement, would walk to practice, and he would stop and talk to us, throw the ball with us a little bit, coach us up, and then, you know, off to practice that day. So pretty good way to spend your childhood. I think people, non-Penn Staters, immediately gravitate, you know, when they hear about Penn State pride, they immediately gravitate to athletics. And I think what we've done in athletics here, the whole success with honor thing, really rings true. I mean, there's a real there to success with honor. You know, we've been able to have you know, wonderful success on all different kinds of athletic fields, and still do it, you know, without busting the rules and doing some of the things that other institutions have done. But I think that you know, one of the things that Penn Staters love about Coach Paterno is he's not fixated on athletics. He's fixated on his university. He's talking about, when he talks about Penn State proud, you know, is what happens on the football field on a Saturday an important part of it? Yes, but he would tell you a very small element of it. It's pride in the entire university and the academic stature of this university. When I think about what we've done at Penn State over the last 30 years in terms of elevating our game academically, you know, it's just nothing. It's an A+, you know, grade all the way. And I think a real Penn Stater, are we proud of what we've done in football? Absolutely. Are we proud of our athletic programs? Absolutely. Think about Thon. I mean, you know, boy, Penn State proud. Go to Thon. I mean, you know, we had friends up for the weekend, and we said, next year when you come up, their son's going to participate in Thon. We said, we're going to take you to Thon. You want to be Penn State proud? You know, take a couple hours in the Bryce Jordan Center when our kids are raising what next year ought to be over $10 million. You know, largest student-run philanthropic program in the world. That makes you Penn State proud. We're both in the business of education. I work for a company, McGraw-Hill, whose tagline is helping to build a smarter, better world. Julie works for Pearson Education. They talk about always learning, you know, lifelong learning. So we're in a business that's about helping teachers be better and helping students to perform. You know, if you're in the business of building a smarter, better world, or in the business of always learning, that's the business Penn State is in. I mean, when you look at the university, that's exactly the mission that a great university like ours is in. And these kids are good. I mean, you want to be Penn State proud? Hang out with 40 kids in the College of Liberal Arts for an hour with some give and take. That'll make you Penn State proud.